Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Daily English Fluent Podcast. I'm Emily, and I'm so happy that you are here with us today.
And I'm Jake. It's always wonderful to spend some time with you. We imagine you listening from many different places, maybe at home, on a quiet walk, in your car, or while taking a short break.
Wherever you are, we hope you feel comfortable, relaxed, and ready to enjoy some natural English conversation.
Today, we have a topic that is emotional, honest, and something every person experiences at different times in life.
We are going to talk about sadness, and we will do it in clear and natural English that is good for A2 to B1 learners.
Our conversation is simple enough to follow, but natural enough to help you improve your listening, speaking, vocabulary, and confidence.
Remember, you do not need to understand every single word perfectly. Just relax, listen for the meaning, and let your English grow step by step.
Before we begin, we would like to ask you one simple question to think about while you listen.
Here is today's question. What usually helps you feel a little better when you are sad? You do not need to answer immediately. Just keep the question in your mind while listening to our conversation.
Maybe your answer is talking with a close friend.
Maybe it is listening to music that makes you feel calm.
Maybe you enjoy taking a walk outside and getting some fresh air.
Or maybe you simply like sitting quietly with a warm drink and giving yourself some peaceful time.
Everyone is different, and that is completely normal.
Today, we want to explore sadness in a gentle way because it is an emotion that every human being experiences.
Sometimes people think they should never feel sad, but that is not realistic.
Sadness is not a sign that something is wrong with you.
It is simply one of the many emotions that make us human.
We all have happy days, exciting days, stressful days, and sometimes sad days too.
The important thing is learning how to understand our feelings instead of being afraid of them.
Jake, let me ask you something.
Of course, go ahead.
When you hear the word sadness, what is the first thing that comes into your mind?
I think about quiet moments. I imagine sitting by a window on a rainy afternoon, thinking about life, remembering old memories, and simply feeling calm but a little heavy inside.
That is a very peaceful picture, even though it is connected to sadness.
Yes, because sadness is not always loud. Sometimes it is very quiet.
I like that description. Many people imagine sadness as crying loudly or feeling completely hopeless.
But often it is much softer than that.
Sometimes you smile, go to work, talk to people, and still carry a little sadness inside.
Exactly. Other people may not even notice it.
I think many listeners can understand that feeling.
Probably. We all have moments when we keep our emotions inside.
For me, sadness often feels like moving more slowly than usual.
Really? Tell us more.
Yes, on happy days, I feel full of energy. I want to do many things, meet people, and try something new.
And when you feel sad?
Then everything feels just a little slower. I still do my daily activities, but I want more quiet time.
That makes sense.
I also notice that I enjoy simple things more during those moments.
Such as?
Reading a good book, drinking tea, watching the rain, or listening to gentle music.
Those all sound very relaxing.
Yes, they remind me that life does not always need to move quickly.
I think sadness sometimes teaches us to slow down.
That is an interesting idea. When life is busy, we often ignore our feelings, but sadness asks us to stop for a moment.
Almost like a quiet teacher.
Exactly. Of course, we are talking about normal, everyday sadness.
Yes, we are talking about the kind of sadness everyone experiences after a difficult day, a disappointment, or missing someone.
We are not saying that sadness is always easy.
No, not at all. It can be uncomfortable.
But understanding it can make it feel less frightening.
Emily, do you remember feeling sad as a child?
Oh, yes. Children feel sadness too, even if their reasons are different.
What made you sad when you were young?
I remember one day when my favorite toy broke.
Oh no.
I cried for a long time because I thought it would never be the same again.
That sounds very serious when you are a child.
It really was. At that age, that toy felt very important.
Did someone help you feel better?
Yes, my grandmother sat beside me and listened.
Did she try to solve the problem immediately?
No, and I think that was the best part.
Really?
She simply stayed with me. She let me cry a little and then gave me a warm hug.
Sometimes people do not need perfect advice.
Exactly. Sometimes they only need someone who is willing to stay beside them.
I think many adults forget that simple lesson.
Yes, we often feel pressure to fix every problem immediately.
But emotions do not always disappear because someone gives advice.
Sometimes they disappear because someone makes us feel understood.
That is a beautiful difference.
What about you, Jake? Do you remember feeling sad as a child?
I do. I remember moving to a different neighborhood when I was about 10 years old.
That must have been a big change.
It was. I had to leave my friends and start at a new school.
Were you nervous?
Very nervous. I smiled in front of my parents, but inside I felt lonely.
Did things improve after some time?
Yes. Slowly, I made new friends, joined different activities, and began enjoying my new school.
Looking back now, what did that experience teach you?
It taught me that sadness often changes with time.
That is true.
When we are inside a difficult moment, it feels like it will last forever.
But later, we often realize that life kept moving.
Exactly.
Sometimes we cannot imagine feeling happy again.
Yet, little by little, happiness quietly returns.
I think that gives hope to many people.
Me too.
Now, let's explain the word sadness a little more clearly for our English learners.
Good idea.
Sadness is an emotion we feel when something disappointing, painful, or difficult happens.
For example, you might feel sad after saying goodbye to someone you love.
You might also feel sad if something important does not go the way you hoped.
Or you might not know exactly why you feel sad.
Yes, sometimes emotions do not have one clear reason.
That surprises many people.
But it is completely normal.
Another important word is emotion.
An emotion is a feeling inside us, like happiness, excitement, fear, anger, or sadness.
Every emotion gives us information about ourselves.
Some emotions feel comfortable,
Others feel uncomfortable.
but that doesn't mean they're bad.
Imagine if we only felt happiness all the time.
We probably wouldn't understand how special happy moments really are.
That is true.
Sadness can also help us appreciate kindness.
It can remind us how important friends and family are.
It can even help us understand other people better.
Because when we know what sadness feels like, we often become more patient with others.
I think that's one reason why empathy is so valuable.
Empathy means understanding another person's feelings,
Not because you have exactly the same experience.
but because you know what difficult emotions can feel like.
Sometimes people feel embarrassed about being sad.
Yes, they think they should always look strong.
But real strength is not pretending everything is perfect.
Real strength is accepting your feelings honestly and treating yourself with kindness.
I really like that idea.
Me too.
Now, while you continue listening, think again about today's question. What usually helps you feel a little better when you are sad? Sometimes the answer is much simpler than we expect. One thing that often helps is talking about your sadness instead of keeping every feeling hidden inside.
Yes, but opening up can be difficult, especially when you are not used to sharing personal emotions.
Some people worry that others will judge them.
Others worry that they might become a burden.
Have you ever felt that way, Jake?
Yes, I have. There were times when I thought, everyone is busy. I should solve this by myself.
I think many people have that thought.
But later, I learned that good friends usually want to listen.
They may not have perfect answers.
And that is okay. Sometimes a conversation is not about finding a solution.
Sometimes it is simply about feeling less alone. I remember one evening after a very stressful week. Nothing terrible had happened, but I felt emotionally tired.
What did you do?
I called one of my closest friends.
Did you have a long conversation?
Not really. We talked for about 20 minutes.
What did you talk about?
At first, we talked about ordinary things like work, food, and the weather.
That sounds very normal.
Yes, and then I quietly said, I don't know why, but I feel a little sad today.
How did your friend respond?
She didn't interrupt me. She simply listened.
That can make a huge difference.
Yes, she didn't try to change the subject or tell me to smile.
She gave you space to express yourself.
Exactly.
And how did you feel after the conversation?
Surprisingly, I felt lighter.
Even though your problems were still there?
Yes, nothing had changed outside, but something had changed inside.
That shows how powerful listening can be.
Emily, I have a similar story.
I'd love to hear it. A few years ago, I had a project that was very important to me.
Were you excited?
Very excited. I worked hard for many weeks.
And what happened?
Unfortunately, things didn't go as I planned.
That must have been disappointing.
It really was. I felt like all my hard work had been wasted.
Those moments can be very difficult.
For 2 or 3 days, I didn't want to talk to anyone.
You wanted to be alone?
Yes, but after some time, one of my friends invited me for coffee.
Did you tell your friend how you felt?
At first, I said everything was fine.
That sounds familiar.
I know. Many of us say I'm fine automatically.
Even when we are clearly not fine.
Exactly.
So what happened next?
My friend looked at me and smiled.
What did your friend say?
He said, "Jake, you don't have to pretend with me."
That is such a simple sentence.
Yes, but it gave me permission to be honest.
And then you opened up?
Little by little.
Sometimes that's enough.
Yes, I explained why I felt disappointed.
Did your friend solve your problem?
No.
But you still felt better.
Much better.
That reminds us that support does not always mean giving advice.
Sometimes support means being present.
Let's teach another useful English expression.
Good idea.
The expression is to open up.
To open up means to share your true feelings with someone.
For example, you can say, "It took me a long time to open up about my worries."
Or, she opened up to her sister after a difficult week.
Another useful phrase is to cheer someone up.
This means helping another person feel happier.
Your kind words can cheer someone up.
Spending time together can also cheer someone up.
Sometimes even a funny joke can cheer someone up.
As long as the timing is right.
Yes, because it is important to respect another person's feelings.
Not everyone is ready to laugh immediately.
Exactly.
Emily, what are some small things that usually improve your mood?
I have several simple habits.
Tell us about them.
First, I like going outside for a short walk.
Fresh air really helps.
Even 10 or 15 minutes can make me feel calmer.
What else?
I enjoy listening to soft music.
Music has a special way of changing our emotions.
Yes, sometimes one peaceful song is enough to slow down my thoughts.
I understand that.
I also enjoy writing in a notebook.
Do you write every day?
Not every day.
So only when you feel like it.
Exactly. Sometimes I write about my day.
And other times?
I simply write whatever comes into my mind.
That sounds relaxing.
It helps me understand my feelings better.
I think writing is like having a quiet conversation with yourself.
I like that description.
My habits are a little different.
Really?
Yes, I enjoy cooking.
Cooking?
Yes, preparing a simple meal helps me focus on one thing at a time.
What do you usually cook?
Nothing complicated, maybe pasta, soup, or rice with vegetables.
That sounds delicious.
Thank you. Sometimes I even try a new recipe.
Does it always work?
Absolutely not.
What happened?
Once I added far too much salt.
Oh no.
The food looked wonderful, but tasted terrible.
Did you still eat it?
I tried for about 2 minutes.
Well, mistakes happen in cooking just like they happen in life.
Exactly. And sometimes laughing at small mistakes makes us feel better.
Another healthy habit is getting enough rest.
Yes, when we are very tired, our emotions often feel stronger. Everything can seem more difficult after a poor night's sleep.
That is why taking care of your body is also taking care of your mind.
Eating regular meals, drinking enough water, and moving your body can all make a difference.
These habits may sound simple, but simple habits often have powerful results.
Another important idea is accepting that sadness does not last forever.
Emotions are always changing.
Happiness comes and goes.
Excitement comes and goes.
And sadness also comes and goes.
Sometimes we forget that when we are having a difficult day.
We start believing that we will always feel this way.
But feelings are like the weather.
Some days are sunny.
Some days are rainy,
Some days are cloudy.
yet the weather keeps changing.
Our emotions often work in a similar way.
That is why patience is so important. We do not have to fight every emotion.
Sometimes we simply need to let ourselves feel it for a while.
Then, slowly and naturally, our hearts begin to feel lighter again.
And treating ourselves with patience and kindness during those moments is one of the most valuable things we can learn.
Now let's talk about something that many people experience but rarely discuss. Sometimes sadness comes because life changes.
Yes, change can be exciting, but it can also be emotional.
We might move to a new city, start a new job, finish school, or say goodbye to someone important.
Even happy changes can make us feel a little sad because we are leaving something familiar behind.
I think that surprises many people.
Me too. They think, this is a good change, why do I feel emotional?
But our hearts need time to adjust.
Exactly. Change means learning something new, and that takes energy.
I remember when I started my first full-time job.
Were you excited?
Very excited, but also nervous.
What was the hardest part?
Everything felt unfamiliar. New people, new routines, and new responsibilities.
Did you miss your old routine?
I did. For a few weeks, I felt unexpectedly sad.
And then?
Slowly, I became more comfortable. I learned people's names, made friends, and built new habits.
That is a good reminder that our feelings often change as we become familiar with new situations.
Another reason people feel sad is because life does not always go according to plan.
We all make plans for the future.
Sometimes those plans work beautifully.
And sometimes they change completely.
Years ago, I thought my life would look very different from how it looks today.
Do you regret that?
No. At first, I did feel disappointed, but later I discovered new opportunities that I had never expected.
Life has a funny way of surprising us.
It certainly does.
Sometimes the path we never planned becomes the one that teaches us the most.
That is a comforting thought.
Emily, what would you say to someone who feels sad today?
I would say, be gentle with yourself.
I like that.
You do not have to solve everything today.
You do not have to pretend everything is perfect.
You only need to take one small step forward.
Maybe that step is getting some fresh air.
Maybe it is calling someone you trust.
Maybe it's writing your thoughts in a notebook.
Or maybe it is simply allowing yourself to rest without feeling guilty.
Rest is sometimes exactly what we need.
Another helpful idea is gratitude.
Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring sadness.
No, it simply means noticing that even on difficult days, there are still small good things around us.
A warm cup of tea.
A beautiful sunset.
A kind message from a friend.
A quiet evening after a busy day.
These small moments cannot remove every problem,
But they can remind us that hope is still present.
Let's review some useful English words and expressions from today's conversation.
The first word is emotion.
An emotion is a feeling such as happiness, sadness, fear, or excitement.
For example, everyone experiences different emotions.
Our next expression is open up.
To open up means to share your true thoughts or feelings with another person.
Example, he finally opened up to his best friend.
Another useful expression is cheer someone up.
It means helping another person feel happier or more hopeful.
Example, her funny story cheered me up.
We also use the word empathy.
Empathy means understanding another person's feelings with kindness and care.
Example, a good listener shows empathy.
Another important word is patience.
Patience means staying calm while waiting or allowing things to improve naturally.
Example, learning English takes patience.
We also talked about support.
Support means helping or encouraging another person.
Example, my family always gives me support.
Finally, we used the word adjust.
Adjust means becoming comfortable with a new situation.
For example, it took me a few weeks to adjust to my new job.
These are all useful words that you can use in everyday English conversations.
To practice, choose 2 or 3 of today's words and make your own sentences.
Speaking aloud is one of the best ways to remember new vocabulary.
Before we finish, let's return to today's question. What usually helps you feel a little better when you are sad?
There is no right or wrong answer. Everyone finds comfort in different ways.
If you would like to practice your English, write your answer in the comments.
You can write, I'm your name from your country, and when I feel sad, I usually...
It's a simple way to practice English while sharing a little about yourself.
We always enjoy reading your thoughtful comments from around the world.
Thank you for spending this time with us today and for being part of our learning community.
We hope this conversation helped you practice English while also reminding you to be kind to yourself.
Remember, every emotion is part of being human, and every difficult day will eventually pass.
Keep listening, keep practicing, and keep believing in your progress.
You do not need perfect English to express real feelings. Every sentence you speak is another step forward.
Thank you for listening to Daily English Fluent Podcast. Take care of yourself, keep learning one day at a time, and we'll see you in the next episode.